You ever wonder why some traders lose their money again and again, like they're stuck in a bad dream they just can't wake up from? Why does it feel like the market is laughing at them while others seem to glide through with ease, stacking wins like trophies? Imagine sitting at a poker table where everyone's bluffing, and the dealer knows your cards better than you do. That's trading if you don't understand how to master your losses. What if the secret to winning trading isn't about finding the perfect strategy or magic indicators? What if it's about something nobody talks about enough? The way you deal with losing. The way you think and feel when your hard-earned money slips away. Have you ever felt your chest tighten after a loss, your mind racing with doubts, or your hands trembling over your keyboard? You're not alone. In fact, that moment is where most traders fail, but also where winners are made. Picture this. You're playing a video game, but every time you lose a level, you rage quit. You throw the controller, say, "This game is rigged," and walk away. What if you could learn to play through the frustration? What if each loss was actually a secret code to unlocking the next level? In trading, every loss carries a message, but only a few traders know how to translate it. Here's a challenging question for you. When you lose in trading, do you see it as a failure, or do you see it as feedback? Be honest, because your answer might be the biggest reason your trading isn't where you want it to be. Trading is not a game of always winning. It's a game of mastering how you handle losing. The difference between a trader who quits and one who becomes a market master is how they respond when the inevitable loss hits. Think about a boxer in the ring. He doesn't win because he never gets hit. He wins because he learns how to take a hit and keep moving forward. How does that fighter train his mind to stay calm, focused, and ready to punch back? That's exactly what you need to do with your trading losses. Not avoid them or pretend they don't hurt, but master them so they become your stepping stones, not your stumbling blocks. What if your mindset is the one thing standing between you and your trading success? Imagine your mind as a garden. Losses are like weeds, unwanted and annoying. But if you ignore them, the weeds take over. What if you learned how to pull those weeds carefully, learning which ones need pulling and which ones need fertilizing? Your losses, when mastered, can help your trading mind grow strong and healthy. Now, here's something most people miss. The market doesn't care about you. It's like a giant ocean wave, beautiful, powerful, unstoppable. If you try to swim against it, you'll drown. But if you learn how to ride the wave, you can go places you never dreamed of. So how do you ride that wave and not get wiped out? You master the art of losing before you master the art of winning. Imagine a mountain climber who always picks the hardest path. Sometimes he slips and falls. Does he give up? He studies where he slipped, fixes his gear, and tries again, smarter, stronger. Trading losses are like those slips on the mountain. They hurt, yes, but they are proof you are moving forward. The best traders aren't the ones who never fall. They're the ones who never stop climbing. Here's a powerful truth. Your biggest weapon in trading isn't your laptop, your charts, or your broker. It's your brain. The way you think, feel, and respond. And that weapon can be turned against you if fear, frustration, or doubt run wild. But it can also be your greatest shield when you learn how to master your losses instead of fearing them. So pause for a moment and ask yourself, when was the last time you lost money in trading? How did it feel? Did you let those emotions take control, or did you control your emotions? What if mastering your losses could unlock the confidence and clarity you need to finally start winning consistently? Imagine if you could press a reset button every time you lost, letting go of the pain and frustration instantly, and use that moment as fuel, not fire. Your brain can be trained to do this, like a muscle learning to lift weights. The question is, are you willing to put in the work? Most traders try to shortcut success. They look for that one indicator or guru promising easy money. But without mastering your losses, those shortcuts just lead you back to square one, full of regret and doubt. True mastery comes from something deeper, a psychological game, not just a numbers game. Here's a little secret from the top traders. They talk about loss not as a curse, but as their greatest teacher. The painful moments taught them how to develop patience, discipline, and resilience. Can you imagine turning your worst losses into your best lessons? It's not a fantasy, it's exactly what the masters do every single day. So you might be wondering what comes next. How do you actually start mastering your losses? How do you build that mindset fortress so strong that losing can't hurt your confidence or break your will? That's where we're heading next. Because if you can master loss, you've already won half the battle. Here's a cliffhanger to keep your mind spinning. What's the one thing almost all losing traders get wrong about their losses? And how can changing this one belief completely flip your trading results? Before unlocking the powerful strategies and mindset hacks to master losses, take a moment to think hard. Are you ready to face your losses head-on? Ready to stop running from fear and start running toward the win? If so, keep watching and get ready to dive deeper. The path you choose now could change your trading forever. Last time, you saw that losing in trading isn't the end, it's the start of learning how to win. But how do you actually master those losses so they don't control you instead? Imagine you're a ship captain facing a sudden storm. You can panic, lose control, and let the ship crash, or you can steady your hands, read the waves, and navigate safely through. Mastering trading losses means learning to steer through storms with calm focus, not fear. Let's start with something simple, acceptance. Sounds easy, right? But it's one of the hardest things for traders to do. When you lose money, your brain screams, "This shouldn't be happening." That fight or flight reaction kicks off and clouds your judgment. But what if you could train yourself to accept the loss before it even happens? Before placing a trade, you decide the exact amount you're willing to lose, and you accept it fully. This is your maximum acceptable loss. Think of it like buying a ticket for a roller coaster. You know it might be scary, thrilling, or even make you feel sick, but you accept it before the ride starts. In trading, acceptance before you trade helps you stay calm if the market turns against you. When your stop loss hits, you don't panic and move it or double down. You calmly exit and wait for the next opportunity. This idea of acceptance is more than just a rule. It rewires your brain. Mark Douglas, the trading psychology master, said that traders who pre-commit to their loss limits don't waste energy fighting the market. They focus on making good decisions. Imagine playing chess but never obsessing over a lost piece. Instead, you focus on the next move with a clear head. That's what acceptance does for your trading. Here's a question to challenge your thinking. How often do you sneakily move your stop loss further away, hoping the price turns around? If you're honest, that's a sign you haven't mastered your losses yet. It's like leaving your gate open during a storm and hoping the flood won't come. Pre-commitment to risk, then sticking to it, is your mental gatekeeper. Now, let's talk about the role of emotions in all this. When you lose, it's normal to feel fear, frustration, or anger. But how you handle those emotions makes all the difference. One powerful tool is journaling. Keep a trading journal, not just with numbers, but with your feelings during each trade. Think of it like a diary where you dump your frustrations and fears on paper. Over time, you'll see patterns. Maybe you make risky trades after a loss or rush into decisions when you feel pressured. By journaling, you build emotional awareness. It's like shining a flashlight in the dark corners of your mind so hidden traps don't catch you by surprise. Reflecting on what you felt and why helps you make smarter choices in the future, instead of repeating the same mistakes. Ever notice how sometimes a big loss makes you want to get even by risking more money? That's called revenge trading, and it's a trap nearly every trader falls into. Imagine a boxer who gets knocked down and immediately throws wild punches, hoping for a quick knockout. The result is usually getting knocked out harder. Revenge trading lets your emotions run the game, not your strategy. The best way to stop revenge trading is to build in mandatory breaks after a loss. Creating a cooling-off period lets your mind reset. Take a walk, breathe deeply, or even step away from screens for a bit. This separation helps stop emotional decisions and brings clarity back to your trading plan. Speaking of plans, risk management is your best friend in mastering losses. Think of it as your trading safety net. This means deciding beforehand how much you risk on each trade and never exceeding that amount. Use stop-loss orders, not as punishments but as safety doors that protect your trading account from big hits. Also, diversification helps reduce risk. Imagine not putting all your eggs in one basket. Some traders focus on one market and bet big, but when it turns against them, they lose more than they imagined. Spreading risk wisely creates a buffer against sudden shocks, helping you survive losses better. What about mental resilience? Like a muscle, your trading mind gets stronger when you train it regularly. Mindfulness techniques, simple practices like focusing on your breathing or being present in the moment, can drastically reduce stress during trades. When you catch your mind drifting into fear or greed, mindfulness brings you back to the here and now, stopping emotional outbursts before they happen. Here's a powerful analogy. Think of your mind as a garden. Negative emotions are weeds that try to take over. Mindfulness and journaling are like gardeners that keep those weeds under control so healthy thoughts and discipline can grow. Another key strategy is to focus on the process, not just the outcome. This means setting goals like, I will follow my trading plan perfectly today, rather than, I must make a profit today. When you shift your focus from results to consistent behavior, losses become less threatening. It's like training for a marathon. You don't win or lose in one run, you build up slowly over time. So ask yourself, are you chasing profits, or are you building a process? Are your goals about quick wins, or about steady improvement? Mastering losses starts with mastering your mindset, seeing losing trades as part of your journey, not the end of it. Before moving forward, here's a cliffhanger for you. What psychological trap causes most traders to miss their best opportunities after a loss? And what simple mindset shift can flip that around? If you're ready to learn these life-changing insights, say yes, and get ready for the next part. The game of trading is a mental battle, and mastering losses is your secret weapon. You've faced the storm of losing trades. Now the question is, how do you stand back up and rebuild your confidence? How do you rewrite your trading plan so that it's stronger, smarter, and ready to carry you through the next challenge? Imagine you just fell off a bike. You could stay down and be scared, or you could brush off the dirt, look at what made you fall, and get back on. Rebuilding confidence in trading is exactly like getting back on that bike. First, take a pause. It sounds simple, but after a loss, many traders jump straight back in, wanting to fix everything fast. But the truth is, the best time to trade is never right after a loss. Your emotions are raw, and your mind is clouded. Stepping back, even for a short break, helps you clear frustration and stop making impulsive decisions. Imagine rebooting your brain. This reset is your mental fresh start. Next, review your trades and be curious, not judgmental. Ask yourself, what went wrong? What signs did you miss? Did you stick to your plan, or did emotions push you off track? This honest review is like watching game footage after a match. You don't blame yourself with harsh words, you look for ways to improve. One lesson at a time is enough. Don't try to overhaul everything in one go. Small, focused changes build lasting strength. Now, here's a powerful mindset shift. Move your focus from outcome goals, like making a certain amount of money, to behavior goals. Instead of saying, I have to make $500 today, say, I will follow my plan perfectly, or I will set my stop losses and never move them. This shift is crucial because it gives you control. You can't control every market move, but you can control your actions. When you achieve these behavior goals, your confidence builds naturally, brick by brick. Here's a real challenge. How often do you think about your trading as a process versus a game of winning or losing? Trading isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. You build endurance by consistently practicing discipline, patience, and focus. Your trading plan is your map. Rebuild it not on guesswork or wishful thinking, but on clear rules, entry points, exit points, risk limits, and profit targets. Like a GPS guiding you home, your plan reduces doubt and keeps you steady. When rebuilding your plan, think about risk management like a shield, not a cage. Decide exactly how much you can afford to lose on each trade without breaking your spirit. Use stop losses as your safety nets rather than enemy lines. Position sizing is another critical piece. Don't bet the farm on one trade, especially when you're regaining confidence. Think of it as taking small, steady steps on a shaky bridge instead of running wildly across it. Consider starting small as you rebuild. Trade with lower volumes, pick only the highest probability setups, and give yourself permission to trade less, not more. This deliberate approach helps you create positive experiences that reinforce your confidence. Like a painter who starts with small strokes to rebuild skill, you gradually increase exposure as you prove to yourself that you can follow your plan without panic. Don't underestimate the value of a trading journal. It's your personal coach. Write down not only what trades you took and their outcomes, but also how you felt. What emotions popped up? Did you feel rushed, fearful, or greedy? When you read your journal regularly, you start to see the triggers that pull you off course. This awareness is a game changer. It allows you to prepare mentally for those moments and choose your actions wisely. Here's an analogy. Your brain is like a muscle. Every loss is a workout that can either break you down or build you up. Confidence is the muscle you want to strengthen. You do this by consistent practice, reflection, and self-care. It's normal to feel weak after a setback, but with time and the right training, that muscle grows stronger, tougher, and more flexible. Remember why you started trading. Reconnect with your deeper reasons, whether it's freedom, challenge, or building a better life. When losses cloud your mind, these reasons are your compass. They remind you that trading is about more than money. It's about growth, learning, and resilience. This connection fuels motivation and calms the mind during tough times. So here's a cliffhanger for you to think about. What's the one small change in your mindset that can turn the next loss from a breakdown point into a breakthrough moment? How will you adjust your plan and mindset to make every setback your stepping stone? If you're ready to uncover those breakthrough secrets and finish mastering the game of trading, say yes. We're just getting started. You've taken the hard step of rebuilding your plan after losses, but what about rebuilding your confidence? Confidence in trading isn't the kind that makes you reckless or cocky. It's a calm, steady belief in yourself and your process. Imagine a tightrope walker. Confidence doesn't mean fearlessness. It means balance and trust in the rope beneath your feet and your ability to walk it step by step. Let's break down how to build this true trading confidence. The first step? Preparation and planning. Confidence starts long before you hit, buy, or sell. It begins with a clear, well-tested trading plan, one with defined entry and exit points, risk limits, and position sizes. Think of this plan like a map on a hike through unknown terrain. When you know where you're going and how to get there, uncertainty fades and confidence grows. Here's a challenge for you right now. How clear is your trading plan? Do you have exact rules, or just hopeful guesses? Sharpen your plan like a sword. It's your key tool for cutting through market noise and emotional chaos. Another critical piece to confidence is emotional control. Emotions can be like wild horses. If you don't guide them, they'll run you off a cliff. Mindfulness techniques, such as focused breathing or mental resets after trades, keep your mind calm. Also, keep a trade journal that tracks not just profits and losses but your emotions and decisions. This habit helps you notice patterns, avoid repeated mistakes, and reinforce good trading behavior. Here's a metaphor. Think of confidence as a garden. Preparation plants seeds, emotional control weeds out harmful thoughts, and reflection waters your growth. With consistent care, this garden blooms into steady confidence that won't wilt when losses come. Using data and tools can also boost your confidence. Platforms with reliable indicators and clear analytics help you confirm your trades. Imagine you're a pilot with instruments showing altitude, speed, and direction. These reassure you you're on course, even when the skies look stormy. Leveraging such tools reduces guesswork and emotional stress. Community support is another powerful confidence booster. Trading can feel lonely and isolating, but when you connect with others who share your journey, you gain encouragement, perspectives, and accountability. Imagine joining a training group where everyone's cheering you on and sharing lessons. This positive environment strengthens your belief in your trading edge. Here's a tough question. How often do you trade out of boredom, frustration, or pressure to win back losses? Recognizing these traps and refusing to trade impulsively is a hallmark of confident traders. Confidence means waiting patiently for the right setup, not rushing every tick. Confidence also grows from experience, not just successful trades but learning from losing ones too. Each trade is a data point, each loss a classroom. The more you trade with discipline and learn with curiosity, the more your confidence hardens like tempered steel. Before we close this part, remember this: fake it till you make it has a place in trading. Sometimes confidence comes after action. Act as if you are in control, stick to your plan even when you feel doubt, and over time real confidence will catch up with your behavior. One final cliffhanger for you. What's the hidden danger of too much confidence in trading, and how do top traders avoid it? How can you strike the perfect balance between confidence and caution to win more consistently? Get ready for the final part where all these lessons come together to end your struggle and master the game of trading. You've rebuilt your confidence and sharpened your trading plan. Now it's all about staying strong, maintaining that confidence so it doesn't slip away like sand through your fingers. Imagine you're a runner training for a marathon. Every day you show up, rain or shine, because consistency turns muscles into power. Trading confidence is the same. It's built one disciplined trade at a time. One of the biggest enemies of lasting confidence is overtrading. When losses hit, many traders panic and trade too often, trying to get even faster. This burns out your focus and racks up small mistakes. Instead, build habits that protect your energy. Set limits on the number of trades per day or week and stick to them. Think of it like a budget for your trading brain. Spend it wisely. Another foundation for confidence is effective risk management. When you know your max loss before entering a trade, fear fades. Your trading becomes about probabilities, not emotions. Use stop losses like guardrails on a mountain road. They don't limit your journey, they keep you safe from going off the cliff. Position sizing also matters. Risk only a small, fixed part of your account, like 1 to 2% per trade. This shields you from huge hits that break your spirit. Consistency is your secret weapon. Stay true to your plan, follow your rules, and ignore the noise. When the market plays tricks, confidence comes from knowing you've prepared for this moment. Ask yourself often, are my actions driven by my plan, or by fear, greed, or impatience? Self-awareness is the key to staying on track. Use tools and feedback loops to reinforce your confidence. Trading journals record not just profits and losses but also your thoughts and feelings before, during, and after trades. Reviewing your journal regularly is like having a coach pointing out what's working and what's not. This reflection deepens your self-trust and sharpens your decision-making. Community matters too. Trading alone can be lonely, and doubts creep in easier when you have no one to encourage you. Connect with other traders who understand the battle. Share wins, losses, and lessons. Sometimes just knowing you're not the only one struggling builds resilience and confidence. Now, beware of the hidden danger of too much confidence, overconfidence. It's when you start ignoring your rules, taking bigger risks, or trading without fresh analysis because you feel lucky. Top traders avoid this trap by always checking their assumptions, respecting the market's uncertainty, and sticking to disciplined habits. Confidence isn't arrogance, it's humble trust in your process. Imagine your confidence as a flame inside you. High winds of losses or setbacks may flicker it, but your disciplined habits are the walls protecting it. Feed your flame daily with preparation, reflection, and emotional control. Over time, that flame grows strong enough to light your path through any storm. So ask yourself, how will you protect your confidence every day, not just after a loss? What daily habits will you build to ensure your trading mind stays sharp, calm, and focused? Remember, mastery of losses and confidence are your greatest trading weapons. If you're ready to master those weapons and finally win the game of trading, like this video, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful trading psychology insights. Your journey to becoming a fearless, focused trader starts now.